Every time you walk into a store or a shopping mall, something is watching you. Not a security guard, not a CCTV camera, your own phone. Retailers are using a range of sophisticated and largely invisible techniques to track exactly where you go, how long you stop, what you're looking at, and who you are. And then they use that data to follow you home with targeted ads. So in this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on exactly how this works, and more importantly, what you can do to stop it. Hey everyone, Ron from Certo here, and at Certo we specialize in smartphone security and privacy. And today we're looking at something just a little different. Retailers have always tried to understand their customers better, right? And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But the tools they now have at their disposal go far beyond what most shoppers realize. And a lot of it involves, it involves the phone in your pocket. So today we're going to break down the 4 main ways stores collect data about you while you shop, and what you can do to keep your personal information more private. All right, so let's start with the most common form of in-store tracking, and it doesn't require you to do anything at all. No app, no login, no QR code. If your phone's Wi-Fi is switched on, it's already broadcasting, and stores, they're listening. And here's how it works. When your phone's Wi-Fi is turned on but not connected to a network, it constantly sends out invisible signals called probe requests. It's your phone searching for familiar networks, like your home Wi-Fi or your office. Stores and malls place Wi-Fi sensors at key points throughout their buildings. These sensors pick up your phone's probe requests and measure the signal strength from multiple points at once. Using a technique called triangulation, they can pinpoint your exact location, which aisle you're in, how long you're lingering, and whether you're a first-time or repeat visitor. All of this happens completely silently without you touching a single thing. Now there is some good news. Apple and Android have both introduced a privacy feature called MAC address randomization. So in the past, your phone would broadcast a permanent unique hardware ID called a MAC address every time it sent out one of those probe requests. A store could use this ID to recognize you as the same person who visited 3 weeks ago, building up a detailed profile over time. Today, modern smartphones regularly scramble that ID, making it much harder to track you across multiple visits without your knowledge. It's not perfect protection, but it is a meaningful step forward. And this is exactly why mall operators and retailers push free Wi-Fi so aggressively. Because the moment you connect, everything changes. When you tap I agree on that free Wi-Fi login screen, you're handing over far more than you realize. That portal almost always asks for your email address or lets you log in via social media. The second you do, your previously anonymous phone ID gets tied to a real identity. They know exactly who you are and where you're walking. But it gets worse. By connecting to their network, you've also allowed them to see your DNS requests, which essentially is a log of every website or app your phone tries to reach while you're connected. They may not see your passwords, but they can see when you visit a competitor's website, a price comparison tool, or a review app. Think of it this way. That free Wi-Fi isn't really free. You're paying for it with your browsing data. This is exactly why a VPN is so valuable in situations like this. You see, a VPN encrypts your internet traffic and hides what you're browsing. So even if you do connect to a mall's free Wi-Fi, they can't see what you're doing online. And the Certo app now includes a secure, privacy-focused VPN. And it's genuinely one of the easiest to use out there. One tap and you're protected. It's available for Android right now, with iPhone support coming very soon. I've put a link down in the description below. So Wi-Fi tracking gives retailers a picture of where you are in the building. But when they want to know exactly which shelf you're standing at, down to a few feet, they use Bluetooth beacons. Bluetooth beacons are small devices placed on store shelves and walls around the store. They don't track anything themselves. They act more like lighthouses, constantly broadcasting a unique Bluetooth signal outward. The store's loyalty app is what brings it all together. As long as you have it installed with Bluetooth turned on, your phone is quietly listening for those signals as you move through the store. Walk past a beacon, and the app instantly pings the retailer servers, letting them know exactly which department you're standing in at that moment. And because you're logged into the app, there's no anonymity. The retailer knows who you are, what you've bought before, and precisely where you are on the shop floor. So what do retailers actually do with all of this? The beacon data feeds into dashboards that show exactly how customers move through the store, which departments get the most footfall, which displays make people stop, and which areas get walked straight past. Department stores like Macy's have run well-documented beacon pilots using this data to redesign store layouts and fine-tune product placements. And because it's all tied to your account, the picture only gets richer over time, building up a detailed history of your habits every time you shop. And here's where it gets interesting. A store doesn't even need its own sensors to track you. They can just buy the data from apps that are already sitting on your phone. Many seemingly innocent apps like weather apps, utility apps, and free games include hidden third-party tracking software. Buried in their terms and conditions, they grant themselves permission to share your location data with data brokers. These brokers collect location data from millions of devices and sell it to advertisers and retailers. The retailer then sets up what's called a geofence, a virtual boundary around their own store, or even around their competitors' stores. If your phone crosses that boundary, they know it. And here's where it gets personal. The location data collected about you doesn't just stay in the store, it follows you home. And you've probably experienced this without even realizing it. Say you spend 20 minutes browsing in an electrical store, and by that evening, you're seeing ads for new TVs on Instagram. You didn't connect to their Wi-Fi or download their app, but one of the other apps on your phone was quietly logging your location the entire time, and that data made its way to advertisers. Retailers also use this against each other in a tactic called conquesting. They set up geofences around rival stores so that if your phone spends time in a competitor's location, that visit gets logged. Over the following days, you'll start seeing ads from competing brands because they've identified you as exactly the kind of customer they want to win over. Either way, your afternoon's shopping has been quietly turned into advertising data that will follow you around the internet for days or even weeks. Now, before we get into the protection tips, there's one more method worth covering, and it doesn't require any technology on your phone at all. And you've almost certainly been asked for this. At the checkout, the cashier says, "Can I take your phone number or email for your receipt?" Most people think it's just a convenient way to save paper. It's not. What's actually happening is this. Retailers use services called data onboarding platforms to take your phone number or email and match it to your online advertising profiles on Facebook and Google. In one transaction, your physical in-store purchase, including the specific credit card you used, gets linked to your entire digital identity. That receipt request is the ultimate de-anonymizer. It bridges the gap between who you are online and what you're buying in the real world. So, now that you know how it works, what can you actually do about it? Well, here are 5 practical steps to take control of your privacy. The simplest and most effective step is to disable your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you're not using them. If these connections are off, stores can't pick up probe requests or beacon signals. Just remember to switch them back on when you need them. Now, if you do connect to public Wi-Fi, always use a VPN to encrypt your traffic. It hides what you're browsing, prevents DNS snooping, and means the network owner can't build a picture of your online activity while you're connected. Next, go through your apps and revoke background location access for anything that genuinely doesn't need it, especially weather apps, games, and free utilities. On iPhone, go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Location Services. On Android, go to Settings, Security and Privacy, then Location. Then, if you want a digital receipt or a loyalty discount, use a separate email address created just for shopping, one that isn't linked to your social media accounts at all. This breaks the connection between your in-store purchase and your online advertising profile. Every retailer app is potentially a tracking tool, so if you don't use it regularly, delete it. You can always use the website or scan a QR code in-store instead. Modern retail is built on data, and, well, your smartphone is one of the richest sources of data available. The good news is that now that you know how it works, you're already better protected than the vast majority of shoppers. Turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you're out shopping, and think twice before handing over your email at the checkout. And if you're using public Wi-Fi, make sure your VPN is switched on. Alright, if you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe. It really helps us keep making content just like this. And drop a comment down below if there's a topic you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay secure.